Really, it's interesting because we were talking about this morning, and William Lajeunesse, Peter Barnes just mentioned that big oil accident they had in Santa Barbara, and that's what a lot of environmentalists say is one of their reasons for not drilling domestically is because of the environmental adverse effects you could have. And William Lajeunesse is actually on the beach in Santa Barbara for us right now. And William, what you're saying is that drilling for oil off the coast of California could actually be an environmental benefit.
Yeah, Trace, several things. Number one, this is where that oil spill happened in '69. That really prompted that congressional ban in '81. Now, Congress is going to have to act in the next 78 days and they're going to have to take a vote, whether they want the ban to remain in place, that moratorium, or join other countries like the UK, Norway, and Russia and approve offshore drilling. Now, off California here, we have more oil than the entire state of Texas, about 11 billion barrels, unproven reserve they haven't touched into. But the point, Trace, that you want to get at, it has to do with something called natural seepage. And Mother Nature actually dumps more oil into the oceans than Exxon, Shell, BP, Chevron combined. I want to hopefully go to this statistic that we have in a graphic, a pie chart that will show you 63% of all the oil in U.S. waters comes from natural seepage. Those are cracks in the earth under the ocean. 32% comes from consumers in their small boats and their two-cycle engines. Runoff from cities. 4% from tankers, and about 1% only from offshore platforms, Trace. So that basically tells you it deals with what's coming from Mother Nature. The other point is safety. And hopefully we can go to this other graphic right now from the U.S. Coast Guard. They say that oil drilling has become remarkably much more safe than it was in the 1970s. You basically had about 3.6 million barrels being dumped in the environment in the 70s from offshore drilling. That went to about 440,000 in the 90s and just 1,000 barrels from offshore rigs, basically from 2000 to 2004. That gets to the safety issue and the risk issue. So as you said, Trace, it has to do with perceptions and the fear of what happened with Valdez and back in Santa Barbara in '69, but the statistics today don't really bear that out. Back to you.
William Lajeunesse live for us in Santa Barbara. William, thanks very much. And if you could convince the environmentalists that maybe Mother Nature is doing more harm to the environment than the oil companies, maybe this whole debate might change a little bit.